Heads up, Connor. What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Glad you're here. If you hadn't subscribed yet, feel free to do it. Hit that like button, share the video, connect with me down below. But that's the only time I'm going to mention it for the entire video. Anyway, guys, today, I'm sitting here in my room. It's 5:04 p.m. on Thursday, December 31st. The last couple hours of what was undoubtedly a really bad year in a lot of ways. So, I'm sitting here, and actually just before I'm recording this video, I watched my video from last year. Something I started doing last year was making a video at the end of the year and just reflecting upon some of the goals I had for myself, if I was able to accomplish them, not accomplish them, fall a little bit short, as well as setting new goals for the next year. Exactly a year ago, I uploaded a video. Basically, it was called, it was called A New Decade, Where I Want to Be in 2020. I was just watching this back before that. So basically, I started that tradition then. I set some goals for myself for 2020 in that video and told myself that every year for, as long as I keep this channel going, I'll make a video reflecting on what I accomplished the year prior and what I want to accomplish in the next year. I hope people enjoy watching this, but more than anything, this is for me. It's for me to look back on. It's for me to keep myself accountable. It's just to have have an out there posted online live record of what I want to accomplish for myself. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. I just watched that video back. I made this list, wrote it on my iPad, and these were the goals I had for myself in 2020. So I'm kind of gonna talk through those with you guys today, tell you about the ones I accomplished as well as the ones I didn't, and then set new goals for myself. I've actually already set the goals. I'm just gonna be kind of outlining them for you guys. So in 2020, I guess I'll start with the positive, the goals that I was able to accomplish. Probably my number one goal for myself was to get a full-time offer with Kraft Heinz, which I did. Definitely very proud of myself on that one and very happy I was able to accept that position. Had an incredible internship experience despite it being moved all virtual, and that was awesome. I can't wait to begin there. Another goal I had for myself that I was able to accomplish, sort of. I say sort of because I wanted to post one YouTube video every single week. There were 52 weeks in 2020, as there are in every year. And with this video, it'll be 46 uploads. I'm not a math major, guys, but I believe that means there were 6 weeks that I did not upload a video. I can already tell you off the bat, one of those weeks was right at the beginning of June, right when all the, unfortunately, when the George Floyd murder happened, when all that stuff was kind of boiling up, and, I just didn't feel right about posting something that week. So that was one of the weeks. That leaves 5 left. And basically that was during my internship, guys. Like I said, during my internship, I kind of went off the grid a little bit. I wasn't on TikTok. I wasn't on really doing YouTube. I kind of put 110% of my focus into that job, which, it paid off. But definitely, as I've talked about looking back, it's not a reason you just need to stop pursuing your other hobbies and passions. Lesson learned there. But it paid off. As you'll notice, the internship was 10 weeks, so I actually didn't post for those 10 weeks, but I made up for it with a few weeks more recently, posting more than one video. For example, this will be the 3rd video of this week, actually. So that goal, more or less, I'd call that accomplished. 46 out of 52, I'd call that a pretty good year. I said I wanted to get a 3.75 GPA or higher in the coming semester, and I actually did end, I looked it up just to fact check myself, I ended with a 3.89 GPA. In my 2nd semester of last year. So that one, we'll check that off. We'll call that accomplished. So now we'll kind of get into the goals from 2020 that I unfortunately was not able to accomplish, but I think it's equally important to reflect on those as well. And as you'll hear, some of them will become my goals for the next year. I wanted to create and stick to a budget. I wanted to be cooking more, eating out less, just spending less money in general. And I would also probably consider this one not really an accomplishment, not really an accomplished goal. I definitely, had good intentions, but I think definitely did not do as good of a job cooking and just budgeting my money as I could have. Especially this summer during my internship, I kind of had that phenomenon of, wow, I got all this money coming in, and definitely wasn't as good with the budgeting as I could have been. So that one, I'd consider something to work on. Again, I think it's important to reflect on all your goals, even the ones you didn't accomplish, because like I was actually talking to Aiden in a recent podcast, which, by the way, if you haven't, guys, check that out. New one came out today, actually, earlier today. It's been a big content day. Basically, one of the things we talked about was the importance of not being too hard on yourself. Like, you set all these goals, and just because you don't accomplish every single one of them by exactly the time you want to does not mean you're a failure. I call them failed goals, or like I didn't achieve them, but there's only so much you can do, and be a little easy on yourself. That's a big lesson I had to learn, because I like to bite off a lot, and sometimes it's more than I can chew. Definitely give yourself a break, especially during a pandemic year. It was tough in a lot of ways, which kind of leads me into my last goal, definitely a big one that I would just straight up say I failed. I wanted to get to 190 pounds. I was sitting in this chair exactly a year ago and saying, I want to be 190 pounds by the time I finished my junior year of college. And clearly that didn't happen. I was 220 pounds then, I'm 220 pounds now. Like I've talked about in previous videos, I'm not gonna get into too much of my health journey because I'm kind of silently chugging along there. And to be honest with you, don't really expect anyone to take me seriously until I start showing some results. But I do have my fitness Instagram, I'm grinding there, got some stuff going on with that, and I am confident in my strategies and my habits now. I'm trying to make a better future for myself. I'm trying to be healthier, live longer, and look better, and just feel more confident in my own skin. That was also one I'd say I did not accomplish, and quite literally just failed. Now, that's all the reflecting we're gonna do. It's not good to look in the past too much and dwell on what you could have done, what it could have been, what things could have looked like. So instead, now we're looking forward to 2021. A new year, guys. 2021, I guarantee you, is gonna be a lot better than this year was, okay? So here's some things I wanna accomplish in 2021. Fitness, starting out hot. Getting to 190, like I just said. I have some new habits going on. I'm trying to be out here lifting, be cutting, be getting enough protein, getting, a caloric deficit, cardio, all that stuff. I also set myself little checkpoints along the way, like at 220, 210, 200, 190. Little like rewards / things I can do when I get to those intermittent checkpoints. So again, you can follow my fitness Instagram for that. Academically, I kind of alluded to this a little bit, but didn't want to spoiler alert the video. Like I said, I had a pretty good, about a 3.9 GPA last semester. This semester, it's looking like I will have a 4.0. U of I has not finalized the grades yet, unfortunately, but it's looking like I will have a 4.0, so definitely proud of myself on that one. And I also would like to finish out college with a 4.0. So I'd like to go my entire senior year with a 4.0, nothing less than an A. I believe I can do it. I think I just gotta work hard, keep that grind going on. And I think that's going to be a big thing I focus on. Monetarily, kind of this goes into the budgeting thing. I actually have laid myself out. I got some docs up here, just kind of budgets for both before I graduate and after I graduate. When I start having an income, start thinking about things like insurance and moving into my own place and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what I'll say about that. We don't have to get into exact numbers, but I promise you guys, whatever the number is on my screen here, I don't necessarily have to advertise that, but it is a smart goal. Gotta be good on my budget, gotta save some money, and set myself up to do well as I become more independent in this next phase of my life. And lastly, content creation. I looked at this year and said, you know what? I aim to upload 52 times, I upload 46 times. I think 46, 45, around there is a good number. I think it's almost unhealthy to not give yourself any break. I'm a big preacher of quality over quantity. I don't want to be out here one week if there's a lot going on, or I got a busy week at work, when I start working, or I'm not feeling the best or whatever, I don't want to just put something out there to put it out there. I want to put a video out there that I'm proud of. Really, that goes for anything I create. If my name's on something, I want it to be the very best I could have done. So I think 45 is a solid number. So I'm aiming to upload 45 YouTube videos in 2021. Might as well subscribe now. If you are here, I really appreciate the support. 2020 has been an awesome year. And maybe I'll kind of actually look at some metrics from that. Got my 2020 in review from YouTube. And it was something like, shoot, is it on my phone? Yeah. So I uploaded 343 minutes of content. You guys smashed that like button 800 times, 204 comments, 267 shares, 453 subscribers gained, and 12,000 overviews, 30,000 minutes watched. Sorry guys, it's like I recorded a Snapchat, and since I've deleted the email, and it's like scrolling through. So I was trying to keep up with that. But that's a pretty awesome year, guys. 2020 was an awesome year for Counterpill's content creation. I'll start with the letter C. I already have my YouTube channel, but I grew upon that. I started a golf Instagram. I started a fitness Instagram. I started a photography Instagram. I started a podcast, and I started a TikTok, which was arguably the biggest contributor to growth. About 40,000 followers on that. And I actually really haven't been on it too much recently, which is another thing I'd like to I'm not going to set a specific goal for TikTok in 2021, but I would like to get back more into the grind, like posting multiple times per week. I had someone DM me today actually and say like he misses when I used to do the live streams. So those will definitely be coming back. So again, if you guys have supported me in any way on any of my platforms, I really appreciate that. But yeah, guys, what a year. What a freaking year. Like I've talked about in previous YouTube videos, previous podcasts, all over my social media pages, a lot of shit sucked in 2020. Like it really did. Just some things that personally affected me. Didn't get to go to London with my group. Didn't get to go to Carnegie Hall to perform. Didn't get to live in Chicago for my internship. Didn't get to see some of the people I would have liked to. And I'm sure the list goes on. And everyone out there had a lot of stuff affect them. You know, God forbid, I'm sure people watching this video had relatives pass away. Had people lose their jobs. And I in no way am saying that I had to go through anything close to that. But, you know, everyone has their own struggles throughout this pandemic. But I think really important thing to reflect on too, kind of the silver linings, the glass half full, as you'll hear me refer to over and over again. Just looking at it with optimism, looking forward to the new year and prospectively how much better it's going to be, as well as taking some time to reflect internally and kind of just think about the ways you were able to get through 2020, the ways you were able to improve yourself. For me, I know, you know, I started thinking about fitness in a different light. I didn't necessarily accomplish my goal, but I definitely changed my mindset a lot. I improved my golf game a lot. The last 3 scores I shot were in the 40s. I beat my dad twice, which I'd never done before. You know, I was able to do a lot with content creation and start loving it. I was able to get a job. I got a great GPA. You know what I mean? So take that time to kind of internally like self-reflect and say, listen, it was a horrible year in a lot of ways, but also here's the ways I was able to improve and make myself better. Like I said, it's a freaking global pandemic. Like, people were really struggling in a lot of ways. This year was straight out of a horror movie. Like I said, there's gonna be books, movies, plays written about this. We like to make the jokes about, you know, our grandparents saying, back in my day, we had to walk uphill both ways in the snow to get a loaf of bread and to school. They're kind of handing the baton off to us because now we have the ultimate back in my day. Like our kids someday are not gonna have any clue what we had to go through, guys. So congrats to all you out there for getting through it. You made it, you survived. We're really looking forward to 2021. Each and every one of you out there means more than you can know. Definitely feel free to connect with me down below, guys. Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever it may be. Hop on the train, guys. We're excited to have you. Peace out. Goodbye, 2020. I will not miss you. And hello, 2021. See you guys next week.
Just 'cause I'm weak, it don't mean I won't be right by your side. When you need me and you can't see me in the middle of the night, just close your eyes.